is the woman at Goldfield Hotel who clearly has an axe to grind with Zak Bagans, as everyone that ever goes to the Goldfield Hotel is told that the pilot episode of Ghost Adventures, which of course took place at the Goldfield Hotel, where there was an infamous brick throwing incident, right? Anyone that goes to the Goldfield Hotel now is told by the caretaker that that incident was faked, and she, sings that to high heaven. If you don't know what the incident was, I'll show you a little clip from Ghost Adventures from their very first pilot episode, which, really kick-started Zak Bagans and the Ghost Adventures career. This was the incident that has become quite infamous now.
Please, I'm a little freaked out right now. Just stop, just film this. Are you filming this?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I'm capturing right now, I'm filming.
It's coming from back here, bro.
Hold on.
Okay, we hear you. We hear you, and we don't think that you're a very nice spirit because you're making noises, you're throwing.
You can tell this was the pilot episode for Ghost Adventures, right? Like, just look at there is no camera crew with them. They were on handheld devices. This is clearly, a humbler time. When Zak Bagans was quite a humble paranormal investigator. He was quite a cool guy before the ego kind of started to kick in.
But we have no fear of you.
I prefer these raw investigations.
We have absolutely no fear of you. Nick, you go in there first?
Look at baby Zak.
You want me to go in? Is that you? Making all that noise?
This is the room.
What room?
Look at baby Zak Bagans, by the way. Man, everyone looks better with a beard.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy, oh my God, holy, stop, stop, go. Please help me. Hey, Nick! Come on!
There you go. So that's basically the brick throwing incident. And this was what really put Ghost Adventures on the map and made, Ghost Adventures the show to watch, because Paranormal Activity, it was raw. It was, these guys were going, no one knew at this point who Zak Bagans was, Nick Groff, the people involved in the show at this point. It was I preferred this kind of wave of Ghost Adventures because, like I say, it was raw. There was no over editing. There was no insane talkovers. It was really it was just people holding a camera, going around, getting freaked out, and that was respected because it was yeah, wow, I would also react in that way, and it made you question what you would do in that kind of situation. And you can tell how old that is because it was before Zak Bagans got a beard, and I'm pretty sure that aired in 2011, if I'm correct. So hold on to that date because it's important for the story that we're trying to tell. Now, we're obviously in 2024 now. The Goldfield Hotel since has become notably one of the most haunted locations in the world. It's well known for its haunted history, mostly in thanks due to Ghost Adventures putting it on the map. But many other paranormal investigators have also been there. But many paranormal investigators who go there now get a tour from the caretaker of the place before they're allowed to kind of get set loose and go and investigate for themselves. And this is the caretaker on your screen right here. So this comes from Ghost Club Paranormal's YouTube channel, okay? Fantastic YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you go and check them out. The Scariest Place on Earth, Goldfield Hotel. Okay, let's just have a little watch and have a little listen to what this lady right here, the caretaker, has to say.
So for whatever reason, no, it is. Yeah.
This is where it was.
In here.
This is the wall that I had my experience on. I was down here with my dad, and this wasn't here. I was taking a picture of the machinery, and around this corner, there was a guy trying to walk behind me, and I was trying to take a picture, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, let me get out of the way. So I moved out of the way, and I was like, Dad, move forward for the guy to walk past. And I saw he walked past us, and then went straight into the wall and gone. And me and my dad were like, what the fuck? Like,
What was that? Yeah.
I still tell people to this day about it because I moved out of the way. I even
You're
asked
like, oh,
my
I'm
dad,
sorry, excuse me, Dad,
move,
step
please,
out of the way.
because
Yeah.
this guy's trying to get past us. That's how physical mass he was.
Right.
And then straight into the wall.
So this is just a weird room. Not a lot. I don't catch a lot in here, and I don't. It's just a weird energy in here. The only thing I've ever heard was a thump in here, and how did it happen? This is where the brick was thrown. It was faked.
There you go.
In here.
Now that Heather cleared up that Ghost Adventures brick throwing incident, Mandy and I make our way to the foyer where
I mean, she's just so blasé about it. Let's just listen back to that one more time.
This is just a weird room. Not a lot. I don't catch a lot in here, and I don't. It's just a weird energy in here. The only thing I've ever heard was a thump in here, and how did it happen? This is where the brick was thrown. It was faked in here.
Right, so there you go. So the Goldfield Hotel caretaker literally was like, this is where the brick was thrown. It was faked. You know, just as blunt as that. As blunt as you like, really. And, you know, Ghost Club Paranormal aren't the only paranormal investigators to have heard this. Another YouTuber that goes by the name of Phantomette over on YouTube does a video where she's like talking about the video that Mythos Paranormal made on her. But the point I'm bringing this up is because during this point of the video, she says this.
Speaking of strings on things, this reminds me of at Goldfield Hotel. The Goldfield Hotel, abandoned, crazy place. When I was getting the tour there, the tour guide lady actually told me when I got into the basement, she was like, hey, this is the area where the Ghost Adventures team filmed their thing. And she's like, if you see the original footage, you'll see the string. And I cut that out of my video because I didn't want to get sued or endure any drama. But if you look at Ghost Club Paranormal's video, the tour guide said the same thing to her, and she put it in her video. So I give her props for that. Brave girl right there.
So there you go. So, you know, there is the proof there that this person, no matter who you are, all right, she will tell you that the infamous brick throwing incident was fake. Okay, so there's two YouTubers. One person caught it on camera. The other person said that she was told it. She cropped it out because she didn't want to get sued. No arguing with that. Now, who is this person that we're talking about? Now, if you literally just Google Goldfield Hotel caretaker, right? The first thing that comes up is Heather, caretaker of Goldfield Hotel, confirms. Right, literally, it's a Reddit article about r/Ghost Adventures. The initial post has since been taken down, but I have got a screenshot of it, so don't worry, I'll be showing you that in just a moment. But yeah, this is obviously a thread that crops up. But like I say, I have got a screenshot of that, and it is right here. And what it says is, Heather, caretaker of the Goldfield Hotel, confirms the infamous thrown brick footage was faked. In the latest video of Ghost Club Paranormal on YouTube titled The Scariest Place on Earth, Goldfield Hotel, Jade reveals that Jade travels to the Goldfield and is given a tour by Heather, the caretaker. At this mark in the video, Heather says, this is where the brick was thrown, it was faked. In the comments of the video, a user mentions Ghost Club Adventures, faking evidence, etc. Jade replies, I honestly thought the brick was real. And for a moment, but hearing that come out of Heather's mouth, who has had real experiences there, that changed things. What do you think on this? I've always wanted to believe that the brick footage was the real deal. I mean, hell, it was launched Zak's career and led Ghost Adventures and the museum. But honestly, this doesn't surprise me either. If I could edit the title or replace confirms with claims, I'd incorrectly assume that the caretaker had been there for a long time, and possibly even during the film of the original documentary, but that appears to not be the case, and she seems relatively new. Thank you for the context, folks. So, that's what's important to note here, is I found this article, right, that came out back in 2016. So that's important. So remember, that episode of Ghost Adventures, the pilot at Goldfield Hotel, was filmed back in 2011. This article drops in 2016. And the title... in 2016. And the title of it, Ghost Guardian, Keeper of the Keys at Goldfield Hotel, soon to turn over responsibilities. And then the whole thing is basically how how ghosts reside at Goldfield Hotel, and goes on to talk about how there will be a handing over of responsibility for the Goldfield caretaker position, and it will be going from the old caretaker, like, you know, a lady called, I've got it here, Virginia Ridgway, right? So Virginia Ridgway was the Goldfield caretaker for 3 decades, 30 years, right? And it talks about how she's handing that over now to Heather, right? So everyone assumed when this dropped that Heather was the caretaker at the Goldfield Hotel when this was aired. Because, you know, if you're going to make a claim like it was fake, that would imply that you were there at the time of it being faked. You know, you would think that she witnessed it being faked. But Heather didn't take over as the Goldfield caretaker for almost 5 years after that episode aired. Now, that's just the time that episode aired. It could have been filmed months, maybe even years prior. Because you got to think, at this point, Ghost Adventures wasn't what it was now. So it didn't have that spot on the Travel Channel or whatever it was on back in the day. It wasn't, Ghost Adventures wasn't that huge at the time. So they probably had to film the pilot episode, get it approved, then get given their time slot. Like I say, what was Ghost Adventures back in the day? It hadn't even piloted or aired. And then it had to go through the editing process, then it had to be approved, then it had to air. So I reckon that whole process probably would have taken at least 12 months. So, you know, that could have been filmed back in 2010, which would have been 6 years prior to Heather taking over as the Goldfield Hotel caretaker. So the question is, what proof does she have to claim so boldly that it is categorically fake? She doesn't say, oh, I think that was fake. She literally says, as black and white, it was fake. 3 words. So, you know, that begs the question of, who is Heather? What proof does she have? She claims to have been able to see a string. We've watched the original footage. It was so dark. You can barely see the brick even being thrown. You know, so begs the question. But I wanted to put this video together because this is something that's really bugged me and has really intrigued me, and I wanted to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on it. And, you know, I like to play devil's advocate. Yeah, I'll call out whoever if I need to, but I'll also, you know, play on the fence. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Ghost Adventures or Zak Bagans. I was back in the day. I loved the show. I thought it was fantastic. But then, obviously, like I say, it went from what it was, which we just watched here, which was quite humble, raw, to this massive overproduction, clean footage, and it's like, it's too polished, you know? For me, it was too polished, and then obviously there's all the stuff that Nick Groff and Dakota Layden came out with last year, and it's just the final nail in the coffin. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.